fiberglass bodies. And there's the #1 machine. Good to see John O'Neill back on the racetrack after injuries that he sustained at the I-70 Speedway just up the interstate in Odessa, Missouri. That is the final turn, turn 12. That brings them in front of the drag racing tower. That's where they transition onto the track strip and then start going up through that gearbox towards the start-finish line, which for us is in the runoff area of the drag strip. Not at the quarter mile right there, but indeed they're coming to the start-finish line now. Tom Powell is the series chief starter, and the green flag is in the air for the Remax Challenge Series here on TNN Motorsports.
Back at Pikes Peak International Raceway, there's our flagman signaling the 1 to go. As we come back to green flag racing here momentarily. Tom Powell holding the caution flag that came out just moments ago for the spin by PJ Metarano up in turn 2. Meanwhile, this car has been on and off pit road for service. Let's check in with Marty Reed.
The pace car's in the middle of the back straightaway, and the field's just not getting down to turn 1 as everybody strings out. So we'll see lapping begin real quickly on this track here.
Pace car is off, 400 laps ahead at Rockford Speedway. Here they come to the green flag.
Jeff Storm right up on Ron Breeze. They were just right together, and that's just magnified as you slide on back through the field. So you just need to get them strung out a little bit and go to racing, and we'll get some green flag racing in. I promise you. It's just kind of got off to a slow start here.
So 4 caution flags already in time. Ron Breeze Jr. will once again have Jeff Storm on his back bumper.
Now that's some pretty fancy flag work.
Styling, isn't it?
I think that means that we're going to go in 2 laps. Yeah.
That would be a good call on your part.
All right.
You drivers can figure those signals out, can't you?
My short track prowess is showing through as I've experienced many of the same flag signals over the years.
Wow. They do it different at every track.
They do.
But
but more, he has nice flair.
Oh, he's got that thing going.
I like that.
Oh, that's big time.
It's hard to figure out what all that means when you're in the race car, but it sure does look good on TV.
Looks good for the fans.
That's right.
That's right.
Pace car's off.
Let's try this again. Boris Yurkovic's going to try one more time to get the lap back he lost in the lap #2 spin. Ron Breeze Jr. up through the gears in the 01 car, and we're back at it one more time.
Yes, for the good folks at 5 Drive Auto Sales on North 2nd Street. Thank you very much, Frank. We'll be checking in with Frank as the night goes on. And again, I urge you to check out tourthethunder.com. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, as most of you know, it's a kind of bittersweet evening here at the Rockford Speedway for us. Because the bitter part is we're going to be missing a very good friend. The sweet part, for the ladies at least, is that you can still watch his butt on TV. You've been watching it here for, I think, what, 18 years now? And, yeah, you can turn on TV now during the A.S.A. races, and ladies, you'll get your fill there, okay? Because those camera guys tend to like his butt, too, evidently. Ladies and gentlemen, we are saying goodbye. No, we're saying farewell. We're sending him off to A.S.A. Racing. And he's been a special friend of mine for 16 years that I've been out here. And he's got some great stories. He's going to be around after the races and all that, too. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the best in the business. I've been at different racetracks, worked with a lot of starters, flagmen, whatever you want to call them. He is the best. Ladies and gentlemen, he's leaving us. Let's hear for Tom Powell! Tommy, I know this is a tough one for you. We went through a driver's meeting a little bit early, and this is a special place to you.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think back now that I'm leaving that when I was a kid, I grew up about 1.5 miles west of here. And every night when Rockford Speedway would race, me and my brothers, or my brother and my sisters would run around the front yard pretending we were them race cars because we had been out there the week before.
And Tom would get winded, so he'd be the flag person letting the other kids run, right?
Well, you know, it's ironic because one of us would always pretend we were Jack Hyman, and none of us wanted to be a flagman, but we all wanted to be race car drivers. So I look back, and And it's ironic that it ends this way. And the funny thing about it is that now, just 6 months ago, I just moved 2 miles this way. So every Saturday night when I'm kicking back, I'll hear these race cars, and she'll be calling me.
I got a kind of a funny feeling that your son, he'll be up and running pretty quick. He'll be running around the front yard.
Yeah, you know, last Monday night I was watching the tape from the A.S.A. race that my wife tapes for me loyally every race night. So
she likes looking at your butt too.
She's seen enough of that. Anyways, and when they show the camera on the Flagman, which of course is me, Flagman, he runs up the TV, Daddy, Daddy, and that makes you feel kind of special.
Yeah, unfortunately, when Johnny Sauter won the race 2 weeks ago, he ran up to the screen and said, Daddy, Daddy, too. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, I know that the Deary family, the entire Deary family, from Gunner on down through David, have been special friends with Tom. We're going to bring the matriarch of the Rockford Speedway out for a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Joni Deary.
Thanks, Chris. I don't have much of a voice, but it's with, like you said, it's sweet and sour to see Tom tonight being your last night, but you have been a very good flagman for us for all these years, and we've really appreciated it, and I'm very happy to see you move on. It's always great to see a graduate of Rockford Speedway go on and become something better. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Deary, and a special presentation tonight, and a special place to be put in infamy here at the Rockford Speedway. And to handle the charge there, please welcome the president of the Rockford Speedway, Mr. Kent Deary.
KP, about 19 years ago on a Sunday afternoon, he rented the track and hit the wall, and I was painting that flag stand, and he came over complaining about his car, and I was complaining about how hot it was to paint. And we got to be friends that day. We've been friends ever since. This is a sad day for me because you're from the old days when Huey was around, and something about Tom Powell, he understands what this is all about. The drivers are great, but it's a show, and he's a big part of the show, and it was supposed to be fun, and Tom's made it fun. But Tom, my brother said it's good that you're moving on. I don't know if it's good. I don't really want to see you moving on, but January, Tom came in my office and said, I got a problem. I'm going to be doing all these races. I'm going to be out of town. It's not fair to the competitors for me to be gone. I have to step down. And that's what the kind of guy is. He may black flag your favorite driver, but he's a competitor. He's a friend of the competitors. And tonight we're going to put him in the Walk of Fame as part of Rockford Speedway's history, because he is a big part of the history. Tom?
All right, we're going to move over to the cement here. And when you think about it, you got the name Chet there, you got the name Red, you got the name Joe, all in the walk. And now we got Tom going in the Walk of Fame.
Whatever else you want to write somewhere. So work him in there.
Don't go up so high, do you think?
Chris is getting his hands dirty.
That's good.
How about a profile in there, too?
Push, Powell, push!
That's good. He can't get his
Your
hands on.
manicurist on Tuesday is going to be real upset with you.
All right, there's a bucket of water here.
How could he hold those flags with such little hands? Check that out. And just like Mickey, there's 4 fingers.
And later, before the features, we have another little present we're going to give Tom. And the drivers have a special salute for Tom tonight, so right before the late model features, it'll be...
Every one of those drivers has saluted Tom before.
Yeah. And that's the one finger salute. We're going to use a different salute today.
All right, that's good to hear. Getting the name into infamy here. We may have to do that over when that dries up a little bit there. You know what? If Tom Deary was here, we could just have him breathe on it. That hot air would have dried that right up.
Ah, good.
Guy's an artist, too. He's putting flags on this thing. He is for hire, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the best in the business, Mr.